Today's episode is sponsored by Summer. Summer, summer, summer. Summer's here.
Yes, it is.
Welcome to Me and Chisme, your number one source for Chisme on the internet. Adrian and Julie here in the midst of summer.
Yeah.
Happy summer to you, Julie.
Happy summer to you too.
Oh, you're not excited.
I fucking hate the summer.
Summer feels like it's been happening for 5 months
I'm
already.
I'm fucking over it. I can't, guys. I run hot already. I hate it. I despise it. I can't stand it. It's honestly I fucking hate it.
Okay.
I have
Um,
strong feelings about the heat.
yeah. What about the season?
I hate it.
Okay.
I just don't like it. Get me out of it. I want to be in the cold. Actually, right now, it's not
Uh-huh.
horrible.
Okay.
In my house, it's fine.
Okay.
At
Okay.
work, the shop floor. Oh my God, those I hope they get a pay bump or something. Like I walked the shop floor this morning. I said, never again. You could not get me out of here again today.
But your office is cold, I would imagine.
Cold is an interesting way to put that. We're an old building.
Oh, I see.
There's a fan directly in front of my face because the HR manager gifted it to me because she bought herself a new one for her desk,
Uh-huh.
for her office. So she was like, "Do you want this one?" Because we were like, our corner gets warm
Hmm.
because there's so many people coming in and out of it. There's meetings, like, oh my. So she was like, "Do you want this black one?" And I said, "I wouldn't want nothing more." And I put it directly across from me so I could feel it blowing on my hair like Beyonce, and I could feel like Beyonce while I was sending out meeting notices. But it's the only thing that made me happy today.
Okay.
It's so hot, musty, just
Mm.
musty all the time.
Uh-huh.
What is the point
What
of
is the
it?
point? What is the
And
point?
a bitch that looks at me and says, "Oh my God, I love the summer. I love when it's hot." Get out of my fucking face with that. Get out of
Right.
my face. This
Right.
morning, it was already like we had to do the walk around the shop floor together as a team, and it was already getting kind of hot. And one of the managers and I looked at each other, and he was like, "It's already hot. Can you imagine what it's going to feel like later?" And I said, "Later, I'm not walking the shop floor after 10 a.m. Are you kidding me?" I feel so bad for those guys. I mean, they have huge fans that help circulate air, and like it does help, but
Is it not possible to get air conditioning in the shop?
I don't know the logistics of that. I'm not
Okay.
facilities. I
Okay.
don't
Okay.
ask me
Okay. Okay.
to solve any
Okay. No,
facilities related
I would
questions.
assume that they would have already, there must be a reason why there's no central AC.
There must.
Yeah.
Have I asked? No.
No.
Am I miserable consistently when it's summer?
No.
Then you're like, okay, I need to get out of here because it feels like a really enclosed space.
Mm.
It's worse outside. I mean, you're going outside and it's just direct sun on your scalp. It's just
Yeah.
hot, hot,
Yeah.
nasty hot. Not a breeze, just nasty hot. 90, I walked out of the office today, 91 degrees.
I'm gonna challenge you for a second. I want
Oh,
you to tell me one nice thing about summer.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No.
Yes, you can. Come on, do it. Just one nice thing.
Air conditioning.
Okay.
That's the nice thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you
Fine.
like you have to be outside sometimes for your job?
Yeah, a lot of
And
times.
and how do you feel about that in the summertime?
I will say sometimes it's a different climate up there, if you will.
Okay, that's
Sometimes.
a plus, yeah.
But it does get very hot. Um, I don't know. It just kind of is what it is at this point. Like I don't enjoy it. I'm not like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I can't wait to be outside in my work clothes while it's a
Oh,
thousand degrees. Like, no. But
mm-mm.
also I'm just kind of like, okay.
I love that. I'm so envious of that.
Okay.
When it comes to heat, that is never my mood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah. Listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the air conditioner on last night.
Hmm.
First time. Not the
Okay.
first time.
Right.
I don't know why I said first time. It wasn't the first time.
Okay.
I thought about what I wanted to say.
And we love an honest king. We love an
Yeah.
honest king.
It's not it
Yes.
wasn't the first
It
time.
was not the first
It
time.
was not the first time this season. It wasn't the first time this season.
Okay.
Um
All right.
yeah, I'm not gonna yeah. Anyways, uh
But it
uh
was on last
it was
night.
on last night. It was on last night. Yeah, it sure was. And I turned it off in the morning. And the ceiling
Okay.
fan never goes off unless I'm not home.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways, LA is burning.
summer.
Oh,
Um, we took 2 weeks. Did we take 2 weeks off?
we did. We sure did.
What is happening here?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Last week, by 7 p.m. on a Sunday, I said, "Oh fuck, we did not record this week."
Well, I also didn't contact you to record.
Yeah, it completely slipped. The entire week went by very quickly for me.
Well, I didn't have time, TBH. The week
Hmm.
before you did not feel good. And
Hmm.
then this week I just was very busy and I didn't have time.
That's okay.
And now here we are.
If you're a listener, babes, y'all are used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are used to
I
it.
do want to mention that Dee messaged us on Instagram.
Yes, she did.
And Dee, this was almost 10 days ago. 10 days ago from
Gee,
when
we're
we
so sorry.
recorded. When you listen to this, Dee, it'll be 15 days maybe.
15, 15.
But Dee, you said, "Are you two all right? Are your families okay?" Dee, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
checking in. That was June 9th. Thank you so much for checking in. I just want to say I'm okay and my family's okay. Um,
Yeah,
Julie?
I'm okay and my family is
Yes,
okay.
but there are many families that are not okay.
Many,
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 many, many families. There's a lot of people who are signing up to burn in hell. And I
a lot of people.
wonder, hmm, do you know that? You're
No,
gonna
I don't
burn
think,
in hell?
no, I don't think they even realize that.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nasty.
it's very
Nasty.
nasty, very nasty, very sad. You know,
Yeah.
I protested this past weekend, so
I
on No
saw
King's
that.
Day.
I saw that. You took your niece as well.
I took Sophia. Sophia was very excited. Sophia is the one that told me, I mean, I already knew, but she told me about the protest. She said there
Oh.
was people protesting around her other grandma's house. Not
Uh-huh.
us always calling her the other grandma. She has a name, whatever.
Wait, does
Um,
Sophia call her the other grandma?
yeah. Yeah, she does. Anyway, she told me that there were protests at the other grandma's house, and then I said, "Do you know why? Do you know why people are protesting?" And she said, "I think I do." And I was like, "Why do you think people are protesting?" And she's like, "Is it because people are getting ripped away from their families?" And I said, "It is. Do you know why they're getting ripped away from their families?" So then we had this conversation, and I was like, "And do you notice that they shop at Northgate, they shop at El Super, Walmart?" I was like, have you noticed that these stores are a little bit emptier? Maybe there's not as many eloteros out on the streets. A lot of gardeners maybe aren't going to work. Just people less in the streets lately, that look like us. And she said, yes, I have noticed that. And I was like, well, that's because a lot of them that haven't been ripped from their families yet are afraid to go outside. And so that's what these protests are. We're the voice. We're the voice for the people that can't come out. And then she said, then I was like, I was thinking of going to a protest tomorrow. And then she was like, can I come with you? And I said, well, let's talk to your dad and see if, he'll allow that. But if we find some place that would be safe and, with his consent, yes, you can come with me. And then she said, and okay, here's the thing. I tell stories about Sophia, and I guarantee at least 10 of you don't believe that this child is as emotionally intelligent as she is. I guarantee you that she is, okay? And she said it's like Martin Luther King Jr.
Mm,
And I said, what do you mean? And then she was
yeah,
like,
what does she
what? And she was like, well, we would be like that, like when he was the one standing up for Black people that couldn't stand up for themselves.
Hmm.
And I said, interesting. And then she said, like Rosa Parks. And I said, that
Wow,
education,
she's
that
what grade is she
educational,
in?
she's in
My nephews
third.
have never once said Martin Luther King Jr. or Rosa
No,
Parks.
she's mentioned MLK a couple of times.
Listen, I don't live with them, so they very well could have mentioned.
They may
I
have,
just I
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
I see them once a month.
It honestly shocked me. And when we were talking about signs, it was too long, but she really wanted to put she really wanted to put that she would rather get TikTok taken away from her than Mexican families.
Oh,
Is that not? I was like,
she's on TikTok.
she loves her TikTok.
That's so cute,
She
and that's
grabs an
so
adult's
sweet.
phone, she grabs an adult's phone and
Uh,
she's scrolling on that thing, which
maybe that's why
Loki,
she's so intelligent.
I was gonna say, Loki, I feel like that's where she got a lot of information about the protest,
Yeah,
probably. Um, but yeah, j this kiddo, I'm telling you, and we were out there, and she was like, "Why?" People would come and like honk to the like honk at the protest. He's like, "Why are people honking?" And like everything, she was so curious about everything. Why are people this? Why are people like? We went with my friend Nicole. Why is Nicole crying? I was like, she's
Nicole.
overwhelmed. She's overwhelmed with like positivity. Like she's so this was Nicole's first protest as well. She's a
Uh-huh.
26-year-old coworker that I have.
Hmm.
And it was her first protest too. And she was also very like overwhelmed by how many people showed up in Anaheim. And it was just like very beautiful and I think peaceful.
Right.
Emphasis on peaceful, spread the word. It was very peaceful. Everyone was very respectful. There was people passing out waters, people passing out snacks. There
Yeah.
were paleteros there and eloteros there selling their stuff.
Good.
I bought a paleta and a boli for me and Sophia.
Okay.
Um, and it
Yum.
was like it felt very much just like a lot of white people too. A lot of old white people.
Mm.
And I honestly was very surprised and it warmed my heart that there were so many older white people there. It was just beautiful. And we like went home and I was like, "How did you feel about that?" And she's like, "I felt great. Like it was nice." She was like, "It was nice to see so many people out there. Everyone was so excited to be out there." I was like, "That's what it's about, you know? It's not
Yeah.
about like, I mean, yeah, sometimes it gets rowdy and out of hand, but low key, the way this administration's moving, sometimes you need the radical. I mean, sorry guys, I'm not on the boat that's like, you don't need to destroy property for the I don't think like that.
Right. Burn it to the ground.
Sometimes you need to burn the shit to the ground. You do, because the way this administration is moving, you have to be radical. You have to be,
Yeah.
or they're gonna eat us alive, and they're fucking trying.
They are, yeah, they are currently.
Yeah.
Yes. They're
Yeah.
radical. They're the radical ones.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, thoughts are with you if you have family members scared and going through it right now. We have family members scared and going through it right now, and we know a lot of people in our circle that are not leaving their homes. And I put it on my Instagram, and I'll say it here as well. If you are in the OC area and you know someone that doesn't want to go grocery shopping, reach out to me. I go grocery shopping on Sundays. I will do their grocery shopping for them. There's a lot of people that do not want to leave their houses, and it's scary.
It
It's
is
so
very scary.
scary.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's so sad what's happening to people. Yeah, it's horrendous times we're living through.
Yeah. My mom was like, make sure you carry your papeles.
Oh
I was like,
yeah.
wait, which ones? What am I
So,
supposed
so
to carry?
so a passport if you have one,
Yeah,
and
she told me.
and don't carry the papers. I would carry a picture of them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I've taken a picture of my passport and that's what I have with me. Because they're taking everybody, guys.
They're taking everybody.
They're not really asking too many questions. You look brown, you're going in the van. Like,
Yeah.
so be careful out there. Citizen, not green card resident, whatever it is, like just be careful out there.
Yes. It is frightening to go
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dee, for checking in.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you. You're always welcome to send in fan mail. Fan mail can be written, it can be voice memo, you can email it, you can text it if you have our numbers, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to
The
do.
society isn't real, you know?
No.
Like we've created all of this.
Yeah.
We create the pressures we put on ourselves.
And we are also actively moving it to the gutter ourselves. So,
Right. We create it. We don't have to listen to it. We don't have to
yeah.
follow it, you know?
Yeah.
Like we're all gonna die.
No. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who said?
I
No.
did.
Yeah, we
We're
are.
all
We
gonna
are.
die. Like might as let's and like who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
You know, let's just live whatever life we can live.
Yeah. I just want a happy life. Chill. I don't want to hurt nobody.
You don't want to hurt nobody.
We're
Except for
just trying
me.
to, except for you on the random
When
occasion.
I asked you to marry me and you said, absolutely not.
No, I said let's wait until we're 45. If we're still single by then let's revisit.
Okay.
Okay. Tax break.
You want to know what I'm obsessed with?
Tell me.
I've watched in the past
Mm,
clips, I'm back in my clip era,
okay.
and I love watching clips of couples therapy, that show on
Oh,
Showtime.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I love it. I
Okay.
love I love to see people on the edge of it, on the edge, on the brink of
A breakup?
destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
their world is falling apart.
Yeah. And you're
But
living for it.
yes, it makes me feel good about myself.
I love that. I can't watch
No,
stuff like that, but I love that.
it doesn't make me feel good about myself, but it does. I just love people being vulnerable
Yeah.
and really like to me, to me,
Hmm.
okay, to me, it is probably the realest TV show out there, I think.
Okay.
Because I think these people actually like these are genuine conversations that these couples are
Right.
having.
Right.
This is I think this is real.
Yeah.
People hate each other and they are
Yeah.
living under the same roof
Yeah, and they're together.
and they're
Yeah.
together. And the fact that they are there and they are revealing their deepest, darkest secrets
Yeah.
for the world to see, I really love it.
I love it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite scenario that you've seen?
Too many to count.
Interesting. Okay.
I love them
Okay.
all. They're all truly fascinating to me.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah, they're all
Okay.
very. I'm gonna watch an episode. I've never watched an actual episode though.
Oh.
I only watch the clips online. But I'm obsessed.
I would love that so much. It's like me and Love Island.
I even
Love
started
that.
getting, I started, there was one couple who worked through it and now then, they're like living their happy little
Oh
lives
wow.
and
Okay.
they're on TikTok. Like, I'm like,
Vibin.
this is great. It's incredible.
Therapy works.
I think therapy does work.
If you're willing to put
If,
in the
if
effort.
you're willing to, and that one couple that they're an older couple, it's an older
Okay.
couple and, um, I don't, I, there's a lot of, I'm just very fascinated about the issues that people have.
Okay.
I really am. There was this one lady, the couple that's older and they're now on TikTok like talking about their experience. Um she was mean. She was angry
Okay.
and she wasn't letting her husband talk. But she was willing to be like, "Okay, the therapist is saying this, I'm receiving it, let me adjust." I just
Right.
thought it was so healthy. Then there's other
I,
people where it just doesn't go. It just is the end. And
yeah.
sometimes you need to
Yeah.
realize it's the end.
Yeah.
Anyways, I
Wow.
don't ever want to be on that show,
Right.
but I want to watch every single couple.
I appreciate that people are signing up for the show.
Yeah.
For your,
Would you ever do that?
I feel like this is that for me.
Oh, okay, you're right. You know what? We do it here.
I feel like we're doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is it.
Yeah. But would you, let's say you were in a relationship, let's say you're 20 years into the marriage, would you ever air your dirty laundry like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am of the thought that people need to see things in front of them
Mm-hmm.
to feel less alone in the world, and I'm willing to be vulnerable for somebody else's discovery.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. I mean, all of my creative journey of like putting things online
That's
and like
true.
discussing things like, yeah, I'm not afraid to face scrutiny over my stupid decisions because everybody makes stupid decisions, and maybe mine will help you learn a lesson and
Yes.
stop you from making a stupid decision.
Well, and you know what I really appreciate is like I bet there's people at home being like, this is exactly how my partner treats me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
and now they're like, wait, this isn't what's supposed to
This isn't
happen.
okay. Yeah.
And I love that.
I love that too. I love that. I mean, again, I do feel like sometimes we need to see something
Yeah.
to be like, oh, wait, someone else is going through this. And
Yeah.
they don't have to deal with it the way I've been dealing with it. So maybe
Right.
let's try something else. So yeah, I would never be opposed to. I mean, obviously if the partner wanted to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're fucking single, so that's not a possibility. Though I am going on a fourth date this weekend
With the young lady?
with the lady.
What? Wait, we went from two to four now? Last time we talked, it was second. What happened on the third?
Yeah, what happened on the third? Wait, what was the second?
You went to the
Grant.
Broad.
Right. The
By the
third
way, did you tell your
was
coworkers it's the Broad and not the
I
Broad?
did. I did, and they told me to shut the fuck up about it already. Like, who gives a fuck what it
Did
is
you tell them
anymore?
about me?
Yeah, they didn't care. Um,
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I'm
But
gonna show up to your work one day.
I wish you would. I wish you would. To see what I'm dealing with.
Yeah,
You would probably fucking love it.
I would.
Third date, we went to Long Beach. We went to this place that I've now forgotten the name of, but it was very delicious. They have a little rooftop. It's in downtown. They had a little rooftop, very delicious food. We had a very fun waiter. He was a blast, and he clocked our date
Was he
immediately.
gay?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
gay
was
people are
like
so annoying.
he
I
was
could just
like
hear him.
yeah,
Oh.
he was like, which date is this? And we were like, a fourth. And then they
Uh,
were like, and he clocked me as a lesbian, guys.
wow.
Call the hotline.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, oh, I just love lesbians. You can always tell when they're on a date. I was like,
Was he a
how?
twink?
No,
Oh no. Interesting.
no. Yeah, it was very fun though. It was fun. Here's the thing.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
I don't think there's any chemistry.
Oh.
I'm trying to be patient with it and I'm trying to take it slow, like everyone says, let things build. I don't feel any chemistry. Like, we haven't talked really since our date, like, just planning the
Okay.
next one.
Uh-huh.
And everyone's like, you should be wanting to talk to each other all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, well, okay, she's 40. So her
Oh.
communication style could be that, right? Direct, hey, and like once you're there. I mean, once we're there, it feels very much like Juan, but like not, it doesn't feel like she's ignoring me when she's not texting me. It just feels like she's not texting me.
Yeah.
And I'm not texting her either, to be fair. And I can't read her. So after the last date, I was like, hey, just checking in the temperature, just seeing where you're at. And I told her, like, you're very hard to read, and I don't want to make assumptions. So, like, let me know, like, are you interested in like continuing to date, or do you see me more as just a friend, or blah, blah, blah. And she said that she's interested in continuing to date and that she was thinking about kissing me, but she's like very shy. So
Oh.
she couldn't build up the courage to do it essentially. And I was like, absolutely fair. I'm not good at making the first move either, babe. So like, I get it.
Uh-huh.
And that's fucking awkward. So like, I don't, I get it. Like, I can't do it, right? And because all the other women that I've dated, I have always made the first move because we're always at this standstill of like,
Mm-hmm.
so are we
Mm-hmm.
gonna be celibate? Like someone's gonna do something at some
Mm-hmm.
point.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with men, it's not, I don't even have time to think about it. There's a finger inside me. No, I
Oh
just
my
feel
God.
like, I mean, it all just moves very naturally, very quickly, very
Yeah.
like smoothly.
Yeah.
Um, and so I've never had to, except with fucking Juan, I've never had to think about it.
Who's Juan?
Okay, also, by the way, no, have I never said his name before?
No.
No, I have.
The old guy? I
Yeah.
don't think you have.
You guys. You
The
guys. Who cares?
50-year-old.
There's 500 Juans,
Yeah,
guys.
there really is.
You're not
Yeah,
gonna find
it's
them.
not. Yeah. But we've only ever referred to him as the 50-year-old.
Oops. I was really on a roll there. Here's the thing. Actually, breaking news.
Okay.
Something I forgot to tell you before we started recording.
Okay.
Okay, so I reached out to Juan again. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me
Yeah.
out. This was about a week ago. I reached out to him. I was feeling okay. You know the day that I canceled the podcast because I was feeling really sad? Like
Mm-hmm.
those days, I was like really going through it. And
Mm-hmm.
when I go through it,
Mm-hmm.
chaos. So I was like, I'm gonna text him. So then I text him. Then we had this back and forth about like a bunch of stupid bullshit. And then I was like, why do I continue to do this? Okay, he's not Oscar Isaac. So why do I continue to let this man? I'm letting him because I'm reaching out to him. I'm letting him. It's like a masochism.
Uh-huh.
And then I was really going through it. Somebody comes
Uh-huh.
to my desk at work and they're
Uh-huh.
like, "Are you okay?" I had been crying. It was a whole I was not crying about Juan. I was crying about some other stuff that was going on. I
Mm-hmm.
had been crying at my desk. I was like not doing well. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm just feeling." I was like, "This happened with this thing and and he already kind of knew some of the stuff because it was work stuff. So like, this happened here, this happened there." I was like, and then I was sad and he knows about Juan because I've talked about Juan before. And then I was like, and then guess what I did? And he was like, what? I was like, then I text Juan. And I was like, and he's like, kind of, how did that make you feel? I was like a fucking idiot. And then he goes, give me your phone. And I was like, and I said, oh, why? And he's like, we're gonna block him right now.
No.
And I said, no. And he's
Yeah,
like,
no.
and then he's like, okay, you like getting hurt? And I was like, no. Okay, first of all, you're loud. I was like, no, I don't. And then he's like, so, or you can do it yourself. I'll stand right here. And I said, let me just get on my knees for you. No, I said, I don't want
Truly.
to do, I know. I was like, I don't want to. Long story short, we sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did block
You
him
blocked his number.
and deleted his number. And I was like, you
Oh.
have to do it because if I look at the number, I'll memorize it. So you have, and gave him my phone and he blocked him.
Oh, that makes me kind of sad. Because I don't know, you still needed to make out with him.
But he was hurting me.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but make out with him and then hurt him back.
Well, I didn't want to hurt him back. I just didn't
Oh, you're
want to
so
be hurt.
nice.
I just didn't want to be hurt anymore.
Okay. Listen, it's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna talk to him anymore.
Well, now we physically can't.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which is crazy because the last conversation I had, the last text back and forth were like, I'm gonna text you right after I get off of work. And I was
Hmm.
like, okay, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
talk. We'll resolve this then.
Yeah.
Blocked.
Okay. Well, listen to the song here in my heart. Um, great things are on the horizon for you, Julie.
Who's to say?
Who's
But
to say? I think
okay,
I'll say it. I
okay,
will say it.
okay.
So when somebody asks you, say I said, Adrian said it.
Adrian said it.
Yeah. Great
We'll
things are
see.
on the horizon for you.
I
If you allow them to
was.
happen. If you allow them to penetrate your universe.
Oh,
Oh,
I've been begging for some
oh
penetration.
my God. Juan.
Okay, here's the thing, low key, I thought your reaction to that would be a little bit stronger in a good job. Oh my God, I can't believe you did it.
Sometimes you gotta live for the mess, you know?
Okay, sure, but okay, let us remind everyone. I'm 35. I cannot be chaotic queen for the rest of my life. At some point, I have to stop self-sabotaging myself.
You're totally fine. Listen, I agree with you. You did the right thing. Okay.
I t
I don't know how I
Let's
feel
take it
about that.
back.
I don't know how I feel
I
about
didn't
that
do it.
man. Well, I was just gonna say, I don't know how I feel about that man taking your phone and blocking him.
Low key, I loved it.
Well,
I
no,
did.
I know
I
you did.
did.
That's why
I
I don't
did.
like it.
I did.
Because
I
I
was
know who
like,
you're talking about.
I said, somebody taking control for me? Fuck yeah, here's my motherfucking phone. Do what you gotta motherfucking do.
My blinds are slightly open and they face the driveway. And for the first
Uh-huh.
time ever, some girl was walking by and we made direct eye contact as
Obsessed.
because I'm facing my
Obsessed.
window. I don't know who she is. I've never seen her in my entire life
I'm
before.
obsessed with
She
that
was walking
story.
with purpose and she was looking us straight into my eyes.
Oh my God.
And I'm,
You think
ma'am, do
she was
you
a
know Juan?
maybe she knows Juan. Maybe she
Run
knows
away.
Juan. Yeah, literally. So anyway, there we are. Date
Okay.
number four, back to date number four is happening on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll see. She has made her intentions clear.
Right. You're going to get a kiss.
I'm gonna get a kiss.
Yeah. And maybe there's chemistry there. Don't
And
look like
maybe
that.
I know, I'm sorry. Maybe there's chemistry
Don't
there.
look like that.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know what it is. I just want someone that's gonna smack me in the face. Like not with their hand, but you know what I mean? Like just be fucking firm with me. And like not even just physically, but like a
Well,
personality that's intense.
well,
Hmm.
I understand. And if that's what you're looking for, that's what you should go get. But
They're
also,
they're not anywhere
well,
though.
hold on.
Okay, tell me.
Sometimes people don't know that that's what you need and that's what you
Fair.
want.
I am practicing patience like we've never seen it. We are
But
in unprecedented
but
levels of patience.
but what I'm trying to get at is that maybe you should express more of your desires. If those are important to you, maybe you should express that more. People can't read each other's minds.
Fair.
That's the only thing I'll
I
say.
I did express. I mean, I tried
Okay.
by expressing that I couldn't read her and that
Okay.
I would love to know what she was thinking, so that we could move in the right direction. So there's that. So communication is happening, right?
Uh-huh.
Where I'm like,
Right.
okay, I can't tell what's happening. Could you tell me what's happening? And
Right.
then let's move forward. Now I know there's a kiss incoming,
Right.
right? She might chicken out again.
And if she does, then, and
And
also
if she does, uh-huh.
I think that you should definitely go on date 4 and see what that's like. But also, if, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
I'm gonna do it
Okay.
because you know what? Last time I dated a girl, was Amanda. No one knows who Amanda is, but
I don't know who Amanda
no.
is.
But last time I dated a woman, it was Amanda, and she was very similar personality of like very shy, very timid, didn't want to make a move, da da da. So then we were like, maybe we're just meant as for like I didn't feel any chemistry either because I was like, I mean, you don't want to even try to hold my hand, so I don't know. So then I was like, it's not gonna work, right? Then we took a step back. We were just friends. Then she started seeing someone, but we were still like interacting with each other, and further down the line, then I did get feelings for her eventually. I mean, it was too late. I didn't even say anything because it was way too late. But I was like, okay, so I'm aware that feelings can grow when you start to know someone a little bit more, even if you think like the chemistry's not there, maybe I'm not that into them. Like eventually with time, as you learn more about their personality, you can get feelings for them. So this is what I'm doing, where I'm like practicing patience and just trying to go, you guys know me, right? I'm like, I want to feel a spark. I want to see the fireworks. I want butterflies in my tummy. Date point five, right? I don't even, not even getting to the date. I want it immediately. We're practicing patience. I have no butterflies. There's no fireworks. There's no spark, but I do enjoy spending time with her.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see where it goes.
Let's see where it goes.
Maybe the butterflies will develop. Maybe the
Yeah,
fireworks haven't been lit.
maybe,
Maybe.
maybe.
Maybe. How about you call me maybe? Listen, Julie, I
Yeah,
love that you're living your life to its
thank
fullest
you.
extent and putting yourself out there.
Yeah,
And whatever's gonna come is gonna come. And
right.
hopefully you come.
Fingers crossed. Okay. I screamed without the S.
Whoa.
I honestly, I saw a TikTok that said I screamed without the S, and I have not, it's not left my brain since that moment. So more of that incoming at any moment now.
I screamed without the S. Hmm.
It cracks me up every single
My name is
time.
Adrian, and I've screamed without the S. Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate that. And I love it. And I think,
Thank you.
why not?
Why not?
Scream without the S, Julie.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want ice cream. I'm craving ice cream.
Okay.
Maybe I'll
Uh,
get ice cream tonight.
That sounds like a great idea. I mean, with this heat, ice cream
Oh
sounds perfection.
my gosh. What's your favorite
Yeah.
type of ice cream, Julie?
Okay, so I do prefer sorbet. I don't like
A
milk based. Okay,
sorbet?
I don't
What the
love. Okay.
fuck?
Oh my God. I don't.
You
Okay.
prefer a
Hear me out.
sorbet?
Hear me
Are
out.
you fucking insane? What?
I don't. Okay, my tummy. I don't. I prefer non-milk based products.
Oh my God.
You want me to get a tummy ache?
No, I'm just saying, like, but you still but if you didn't get the tummy aches, like, you would
If
eat
I
it.
didn't get the tummy aches, I would get mint chip.
Okay.
Mint chip 100%.
Mint
But I get
chip.
tummy aches.
Okay.
What
Listen,
about you?
I I believe it. I love vanilla and chocolate based ice creams. I love
Okay.
strawberry based ice creams. I love any and all ice cream, to be honest with you. I
Okay.
love yesterday, me and Kenesha went to dinner and we had a small um little ice cream treat afterwards
Mm,
at After's Ice Cream, and I got the milk cereal with some Fruit Loops on top. It's
very
delicious.
cute. Yeah, I love that.
Delicious. Although I don't, they could have given me a little bit more ice cream, TBH. I
I
don't know
believe
what
it.
the fuck was going on.
Stingy. Stingy with their ice cream.
Anyways, yeah. I love like vanilla ice creams with things in them.
Okay.
I love like chocolate ice cream with chocolate brownies in them. I love Rocky Road. I think Rocky Road is delicious.
Rocky Road is good.
I love strawberry ice cream.
Okay.
I love them all.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you. I mean, I also will enjoy a sorbet, but I would never say my favorite kind of ice cream is a sorbet.
I mean, sorbets are delicious.
I'm just kidding.
If you're gonna take me to an ice
I
cream
know.
shop, I want a paleta is really what I want. That's what I want.
Have you ever tried like the non-dairy ice creams?
I didn't even think I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Something to look into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I go do that right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess people would probably be like, that's a fucking sorbet, you stupid ass. But there's more than just sorbets, you know?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
You know what I really want?
Tell me.
A fucking raspado. Oh,
Here's the thing about
fruit
raspados.
punch flavor, bitch.
I love a raspado. They put too much of the syrup in it.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
Oh, no fucking wonder you hate summer. Like, what are you talking about? They put too much syrup. It's
They
it's
do.
it's
Then it's
ice,
like, but
Julie.
then it's like, so, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. It's like a jug of sugar
That is
then.
the point.
No, I want half syrup. Give me just half of the syrup.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't think we'd have controversial opinions about ice cream and
You have the
raspados.
controversial opinions.
I don't. Okay, guys, show of hands. Raspados are too sweet. The other day, I told my brother there was a raspado. I said, "Get me tamarindo, half syrup, half syrup." He comes back, overflowing with motherfucking syrup. I couldn't even eat the ice because it was so fucking sweet. I was like, Frank, this isn't even good because it's all sugar.
I understand. I understand. This is the reason
Okay.
why I don't drink coffee. But
Okay.
yeah, because in order for coffee to taste good, you got to put in a whole bunch of sugar in it.
Oh, okay.
So I'd rather have the raspado.
Right.
Yeah. Although I don't
Okay.
regularly have them.
Right.
Anyways, I love ice cream. And I love cookies. And I love cake. And I love brownies. And I love cupcakes. And I love all of that.
And I love that for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyways, I have a sweet tooth.
I love that.
Okay, is there anything else you want to mention or you want to talk about? No?
I'm afraid.
Ah. Are you watching Love Island? No.
No. I'm seeing the clip. I mean, the clip. I mean, you watched the clips last season. You're getting the clips this season. So
Uh,
I've seen the clips. It looks like chaos, and it's confirming the thing that I say about reality TV of where like producers manipulate contestants into mental health breaks. Which low key, I've now realized I actually know one of the producers on Love Island.
who?
Why can't I say her name?
Well, how do you know them?
I used to work at the hotel with her, and now she's
Oh.
producing. Yeah.
Are you guys still in touch?
No, not
Oh.
really. Just like liking each other's shit
Mm.
online, but not really.
Okay. Well, interesting that you bring this up
Okay.
because I saw a TikTok that said that for a week before the actual show starts filming, they do a dress rehearsal and they bring
Mm,
in a cast and they like go through it's like Love Island in 1 week. And they
mm,
do it as like, to get the show ready.
mm-hmm.
Lighting and cameras and I'm sure Ariana's, rehearsing whatever.
Right.
Um and I was like I should do that. I don't want to be on camera, but I'll do it on
Yeah, yeah.
but then I was like I've aged out.
Have you?
These people are in their early 20s, Julie.
Oh, I don't. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah, they're in their early 20s. I know I look like I'm in my early
You
20s.
look like a baby, fresh
Thank you.
faced. Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, interesting tidbit about they also have weekends, so like they'll get days off.
I didn't know
And
that.
on, well, I saw this on TikTok. Who knows if this is
Okay.
actually true, but they get days off and they are not allowed to talk about the show together. And they leave the villa, and that's when they clean the villa. And they do their laundry. The people do the laundry for them, but they separate the men and the women, and they're not allowed to talk about anything about the show.
Oh,
And you know,
wow.
the other thing I realize is
Tell
that,
me.
and I could be wrong, but I feel like we don't actually really know anything about these people.
Right.
Like they only talk about the show and the relationships on the show. They're not talking about the trauma and the different things that they've experienced in life.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting.
that is interesting.
Anyways, I'm watching. I'm watching it.
Yeah,
Mostly
what do
because
you think?
I'm only on episode 5.
How many are out, do you think?
I think 12 or something like
Oh,
that.
wow. They're really in it.
They put them on every day.
Oh,
I only watch because my friends at work that I go to the gym with like to watch. And so I like to be included in the conversation.
right. Okay.
And sometimes it's a little interesting.
Right.
I've been told multiple times that I'm dramatic. Do you think I'm dramatic? Like I bring drama? Not like in a bad way.
Yeah, then yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I have a
I
flair for I have a flair for
you do.
drama.
You have a
Yeah.
flair for the dramatics. You do,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Tell me more about that. Like where do you see it come out?
Where when I tell you a story and you're already
Oh
living
yeah.
out my dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you fully believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I cannot believe it, but you believe all of it for me.
Yeah.
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 And you, I mean, and you live for my bad decisions.
Well, I don't think that they're bad decisions. I just think that you are making decisions for what feels right in the moment, and sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't.
Often they don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of the time they do.
Name three. You can't.
Okay. First of all, name 3. You want me to start with 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This.
Okay.
Okay. I think you moving back home was a good decision.
Okay.
And I think you ending certain friendships were good decisions.
Okay. Cut that because I don't want you to be right. I'm just kidding.
I know I'm right.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay, fair. Those
Okay.
were three good decisions. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you. Well, Julie, guess what?
What?
It's time for the pop culture pop up. First up in the pop culture pop up, Sabrina Carpenter. You ever heard of her?
Heard of her.
She's a pop star.
Rings a bell.
Sabrina Carpenter released the visual to her album cover,
Yes. Yeah. No, well, the
or
album cover.
she released the album. Well, but did
Yeah.
she release the album?
No, no, no. She announced the album
Oh, with the album cover.
with the album cover.
People had things to say about it.
So many things.
What were the people saying?
Okay, so we all know Sabrina. And you know, one thing you can count on, she's horny.
Hmm.
She's horny on
Good for
stage.
her.
She's horny off. I mean, I love it. I bring
Yeah.
back horny pop stars, I say.
Yeah.
Um, the album cover. I think the album is called Man's Best Friend. Can
Okay.
you look that up actually? Because I'm not
No.
sure. But I do think it's called Man's Best Friend.
Okay.
The album cover, picture this. Everyone close your eyes. She is wearing a black dress. Her hair is down. She's wearing black heels. She's on her knees. There's a man. You only see up until his neck, I want to say, in a suit, maybe. I'm forgetting everything. And he is holding on to her hair. And not even the right way. He's holding on to her ends. And if anyone's hair has been pulled, you know that's not where you grab it. You grab it at the scalp.
He's not even pulling the hair. I'm looking at it now, and it
No,
is called Man's Best Friend.
yeah, he's like holding it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And the discourse has not stopped.
What's wrong with it?
Sabrina Carpenter censures men. I don't understand why you would promote getting on your knees for a man. God forbid you want a good time, I say. Yeah, a lot of people are very upset. Apparently, there's some references in her album cover and some photo shoots she's recently released about Lolita. People feel very strongly about Lolita, which is fair, 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 fair.
What's Lolita?
It's a story about a novel, I want to say, about a grown man that grooms a 17-year-old. And like Lana Del Rey, a couple of artists have used it as like inspiration for their work,
I see.
photo shoots and stuff like that. And like people look down upon that, which fair. Um, a lot of people are like, this is what happens when you only center men in your life. Getting on your knees is bringing us back in feminism. It's just it's like you know how we would talk about, I don't know if we talked about it on here, but I feel like we have those articles that would come out and say like Gen Z is not having sex anymore.
Uh-huh.
And I used to think that was silly.
Uh,
But I fear Gen Z is not having sex anymore.
yeah.
They're not having
Yeah.
sex. They don't know what pleasure is. They haven't experienced it. They don't know how to experience it. And let me tell you, as a woman that often hates men, sometimes you got to get on your knees for one. And it's a good time. Wait for it. It's a good time for you. It's a good time for you. And it has nothing
Yeah.
to do with the man. It has nothing, and a man can pull your hair, and it has nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with him. And I just feel like women. Well, first of all, I have many thoughts. One of them is feminism does not fit in a box.
Right.
It doesn't fit in a box. And your feminist movement is not going to look like mine because maybe you're a white woman that is
Right.
privileged and your white feminism does not allow for me to fit in there, right? My lived experience is different. Maybe my feminism is louder, is more intense. Me getting on my knees for a man does not take away from that.
Right.
Some may say it empowers me even more because I'm fully aware of my actions and what I'm doing to control them and clock it, my pleasure. And I feel
Yeah.
like women are forgetting that sometimes sex, hello, is for your pleasure.
Yeah.
And I also feel like there's this wave of sometimes you get looked down upon when you enjoy being with men. It's not just about using men, but how could you enjoy being with a man? And I
Mm-hmm.
get it. They suck 99.9% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they don't. Or sometimes they suck the right way. No, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's fine. And sometimes they're nice. And sometimes you come to a mutual agreement that benefits both of you. And sometimes it is just what it is, and it's for your benefit.
A lot of the time they're just hard.
Clock it.
Great. I mean, people are so fucking boring. Okay.
Boring.
Oh my God.
So boring.
We've had this conversation over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
And I really think it's that the younger generation is not having sex.
They're
They're
so
not.
fucking boring.
They're so boring. They want it out of movies, they want it out of TV, they want it out of music. Sometimes people are just horny.
Everybody should be horny.
Everyone should enjoy the feeling of horniness.
I'm
Everyone,
horny.
yes, yes. And feminist movement and all, and inclusivity and allyship and all of that. But like, y'all are yucking people's yums. Do you know how disgusting I felt after I saw the discourse? Me who had seen the album cover and I said, okay, Sabrina, one for the girlies. Then I get online and I say, oh my God, I'm disgusting. Everyone would be judging me.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like I don't get it.
People are so fucking
I
stupid.
feel like people just need an orgasm.
Oh my God. Or yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just one. Just one.
One.
Make it feel good. Roll the eyes behind.
Get your
And
panties a little wet.
just a little bit.
Ugh. Stick the finger in your own self if that's what you want. Like, but just stick the finger
Stick it in. See what happens.
in any of the holes.
There's so many you can choose. There's so many to choose from.
You know, if you stick your finger in my ear,
What happens?
you should try it, find out.
Okay. Well, do you want to come over right now or
Ew.
Next time I see you, I just rant.
That's so funny.
Hilarious.
Anyways, thank you,
Anyway, go have
Julie.
sex.
Yes,
Thank
please. My God.
you.
And listen to Sabrina Carpenter while you're at
Whatever.
it.
Yeah.
Next up on the pop culture pop up, The Materialist. Material Girls. Um, is a movie that came out. I didn't watch it, but Julie did,
I watched it.
and it's not good.
Oh my God, you guys. I want to be clear. Do not take anything that I say against Celine Song. Celine Song is a beautiful woman
Hmm.
who is an intelligent and talented director.
Hmm.
And her debut film is Perfection, Past Lives. Go watch it. I think it's on Max or one of those streaming services right now. Go and
Hmm.
check that out. That is pure perfection.
Hmm.
Materialists, it made me want to burn down the theater.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you everything that's wrong with it really quickly. There's going to be spoilers, so if you don't want a spoiler, leave. Okay. A couple of
Or
things.
just skip a little bit. You don't have to
Oh,
go.
no, yeah, don't go. Sorry. Like, get the fuck out of here. No. Okay, materialist. For those of you that do not know, here is the premise. There are three people. There's a Pedro. It was so bad I did not memorize their characters' names. Pedro Pascal, Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans. Dakota Johnson is a matchmaker who does not believe in love. She doesn't think she's going to find it because she sees the way the dating world is and it sucks, right? And everything is math to her. So she knows that her value as a woman is maybe not as high as some of these younger girls. So maybe a man does not want to really date her. They want to date the younger. Anyway, she meets Harry, Pedro Pascal. Oh, I did memorize his name. Imagine that. Okay, so she meets Pedro Pascal. He is a millionaire. He does see value in her, right? And he wants to date her. Cut to they're at a wedding, which is where they meet. Then someone brings her a drink. Who is it? Her ex-boyfriend, Chris Evans. Failed actor who is still trying at the theater acting thing. Obviously a waiter or a caterer. Um, broke, broke. Okay. And now she's getting pulled these two directions. That's what is meant to be happening. What I saw on the screen was three people that had no chemistry with each other, and they were really trying to sell you this love story. I saw none of it. I said, I don't know why she has to pick between any of them. They don't seem to like each other. They don't seem to even know that they're acting against each other in some of these scenes. Um, People are calling it broke man propaganda because at the end of the film she does end up with Chris Evans. And I know what you're going to say. You wanted her to pick Harry. No, I would have preferred for the character to pick nobody because clearly, what the fuck is this, right? She picks the broke. Here's the thing. She dated this man 5 years. They break up because he's broke, because he can't afford a nice dinner, because he's always complaining about money, because he doesn't get a better job, because all of this. Break up. 5 years later, she meets him again in the same spot. He's still a broke man. He's still living with roommates. He's still a fucking failed actor. And she ends up with him. It's not about the brokenness. It's about the fact that you got back with a man that has literally not evolved in the 5 years that you were with him. I'm going to tell you something. Dakota Johnson is the worst actress, the
I
worst
mean,
actress I have ever. She is such a bad. It infuriates me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It infuriates me because Pedro, in her scenes with Pedro, I was locked in. Pedro charmed my pants off. I said I would have gone into it. Fuck love. You're charming as fuck. He cared like I believe that Pedro's character actually cared, wasn't in love with her because they make that very clear in the script, but like I believe that he cared about her and like I'll take care of you and like we'll make this work because I don't he all his character also didn't really think that he was gonna be able to fall in love at any point. So he's like, "Well, I mean, we'll make this work. I like you as a human, so let me take care of you." She said no. Stupid bitch. So I just Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans kissing. There was a cackle in the back of the theater. A cackle.
yeah.
The acting horrible. There it also random sexual assault storyline in the middle of this film.
Oh my God.
One of the women that she's trying to match up with men, like has hired her, gets essayed by one of the men. It came out of nowhere. Also,
Interesting.
that actress that has that storyline could have carried the entire film. She's a phenomenal actress, and I feel so bad that the screenplay and that most of her scenes were up against Dakota Johnson. So I'm so sorry you were acting against a rock. It just was so bad, guys. There was nothing good about it. Pedro tried to save it. I know he was trying with all his might. He didn't save it. He was not good. He didn't have chemistry with Dakota. Dakota didn't have chemistry with anybody. Chris Evans, I'm not sure there's any brain behind those eyes. I gotta be honest with you. I don't buy his acting. I know he wants to be a romantic lead. I don't buy it. He also is not someone that easily has chemistry with people. So him and Dakota, low key, I kind of feel like they actually don't like each other in real life. Like it just, I don't buy any of it. The screenplay was bad. I'm so sorry, Celine. I'm so sorry, but the dialogue was laughable. There was laughter in the audience a couple of times, and not because it was a rom-com. It was because it was so ridiculous. It just was bad from beginning to end. There was no good time. Do not go and watch this movie. I'm sorry. I know I'm always telling you to go to the theater. Don't go watch it. It's a waste of time. It's silly. It's ridiculous. Dakota Johnson needs to stop getting hired. She needs to stop getting hired. And Celine Song, don't use it against her. Her next one will be better. I unfortunately feel like she fell into this trap of like her first debut film was very, very successful, and she felt like she needed to hire A-list actors for this next one. And unfortunately, chemistry reads are no longer a thing, so they just grab the three hottest actors right now and put them in a movie together, and it's a shame.
I will never watch a
No,
Dakota Johnson movie.
bad. She's so bad. Nepo baby at her motherfucking fullest. And she's a Woody Allen and Johnny Depp apologist.
Yeah, I'm never, yeah.
No.
Dakota who?
Hmm.
I mean, it's like talking to a wall, I would imagine.
And that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Finally, on the pop culture pop up, Glenn Powell's ex girlfriend went on a podcast. And what does she have to say?
A lot.
Does he, did she reveal any of his kinks?
No.
Oh,
She mostly talks about what happened with the Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell PR
oh, uh-huh.
possible relationship thing and how much it hurt her. She doesn't name him, obviously, but everyone knows who her ex-boyfriend is. So she doesn't say Glenn, but she says my ex and blah blah blah. And a lot of she was, one of the things she revealed is that when they were filming in Australia, she was gonna go to Australia for work or something, and she was gonna be on set a lot. And then Glenn called her at some point and was like, "Hey, the producers and I talked, and we don't think that it's a good idea for you to come and be on set because I think it'll compromise the PR that's going on between Sydney and I. So maybe you don't come on set."
Oh, wow.
Is that not wild?
The producers and I talked?
Producers and I talked about our relationship.
That is so weird.
Yeah, and at some point she does say like I hope they do get together. Like like at least everything I went through in that nightmare would have been for something that they fell in love and that would
Right.
be okay with me, but like yeah, she says she was very devastated and realizing that her boyfriend was going to prioritize his career over their relationship really, really fucked her up.
Yeah.
Understandable, low key. Like, I don't know, the people that date celebrities that are schmegular
Is
people
she an
are,
act? She's also an actress?
I think she wants to be, and I love that for
Well, she said she was going to
her.
be on set in Australia.
Yeah, but I think she was going for something. She might be a model or something. You
Oh,
guys don't come here for facts, do you? I hope you don't. I think she's some, but she said she was going to be in Australia for work,
got it.
and because she was going to be there, she would have been on set of their movie a lot.
Oh, they were also in
Yeah.
Australia. I see.
Yeah. So she was like trying to find a way to like try to be closer to him for a minute there, but yeah, telling your girlfriend, "Hey, the producers and I talked about this and maybe it's not a good idea for you to come," is diabolical.
People are so weird.
Yeah, I agree.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear the name Glenn, I think of Glenn from Superstore.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
Now that's a good Glenn.
That's a fucking great Glenn.
Hey, Glenn Powell's ex-girlfriend, come on the pod.
Come on the pod.
We want to hear what crazy things that man made you do.
We really do.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Julie, well, that's going to do it for the pop culture pop up. We'll be back next week with more pop culture chisme. Julie, do you have a Latinx spotlight for us?
I have a bittersweet one.
Oh,
Uh, I'm depressed.
oh no.
We all knew it. Well, I knew it. The minute I sat in that theater and the show was starting and there were still empty seats, I knew it. But Real Women Have Curves is closing.
Oh.
Their last performance is on June 29th. I am very, very distraught over it. Um, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was marketing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's not getting people in those seats. Low key, I kind of wish like Latina actresses would have rallied behind the show with everything. I don't think I've even seen America Ferrera post about the show. And I think it's disappointing, honestly. You get a Latina show, all Latina cast on Broadway. Why are these women not rallying? Did they
Yeah.
not? I mean, they fucking rallied to get Yalitza out of an Oscar nomination that they couldn't. Remember when that happened? But they couldn't rally to support a Latina show is crazy to me. Their last performance is on June 29th. If make a bill, book a trip. I know it's one weekend, but book a trip this weekend. Um, it sucks, and I wish that someone would rally some money so they could get like a official recording of the show that they could release to the general public to make it more easily accessible to the people that want to see it but don't have the funds to go and watch the show. It's very sad. It's sad. It's sad. And the lead was an immigrant. You know, and she was an immigrant. This was her first lead show, and it's the story was so timely, is so timely. And the singing was perfection, the acting was perfection. The bodies and the people that we saw on that stage were representative of our tias and our moms and our sisters and everything. And I think it's so disappointing to lose a show like that on Broadway. Again, all Latina cast. That's historic, and I feel like nobody's talking about it like it's historic. They're all talking about it like, oh, it's a shame that, it failed. Well, it didn't fail because it touched many lives, let us all remember, you know? So, um, if you happen to be able to see it before the 29th, which is just next week, go and watch it. Fill those seats for them before it closes. I think it's very disappointing that this is happening, but the minute that I sat down and a lot of the balcony was empty, I was like, oh, this show is on its last breath. And if it didn't get pick up after the Tonys, it was never going to get pick up. So, I understand the business decision. I just wish they would have like pushed one last marketing push to the world before they decided to close it. Unfortunately, that's not the case, and here we are. So yeah, it sucks.
A lot of people are racist.
A lot of people are racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Time for some azúcar. I will go first. Speaking of women
Mm-hmm.
and Latina women,
Mm.
the Real Housewives of Miami are back. And
I
they
love
came
it.
out swinging.
Did they?
Oh my gosh. The Real Housewives of Miami, fantastic. So good. It's a great cast. They haven't changed the cast since they've been back after their very long hiatus.
Wow.
This is the first cast change in I think what is this now 4 seasons since they've been back maybe, and it was just one small cast change. I mean they really show up to work, and I love people who show up to work.
I love that. Good for them.
Um, if you're not watching The Real Housewives of Miami, you're missing out.
Yeah.
So get on it. Get on it.
Okay.
The Real Housewives of Miami are back. Very
Beautiful.
excited. I'm excited for this season. It's going to be great.
Sounds exciting. Love
Yes.
that.
Julie?
My azúcar, low key, I feel like I'm a little depressy, but it's like not fully manifesting yet because I've been rewatching a lot of Walking Dead. I'm rewatching Walking Dead. I never finished the series. I never finished the series. And here's the thing, it's not my azúcar because it's good. I want to be clear. It's my azúcar just because it's comforting. It's been a comfort show. How is it comforting? It's so gory. I know I had forgotten how gory it was, but now I'm in too deep. I'm on an episode, I mean, I'm on season like 5 or something. So, what am I gonna do? Stop now? I can't. I gotta
Don't
see it through. I gotta
don't
see it
stop.
through.
Yeah.
No,
Until
I gotta finish
everybody
it.
is done walking
Yeah.
and they're all dead. Is that not
Yes.
what happens? I've never seen the show.
You're so fucking irritating.
I've never seen the show.
Yeah, they are walking. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Yeah. And they are dead.
Okay.
They're walking and they're dead. Figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it just, you know what? Comfort shows. That's my azúcar. Just a show that you don't really have to pay too much attention to, and you rewatch it and you put it in the background, and it somehow comforts you, even though it's zombies eating people's guts. I'm like, luckily. And hopefully I get to the end this time. Did it end already?
I
I
don't
hope,
know.
I really hope so, because there's a lot of seasons. I just want it
Yeah.
to be over. So we're getting through it, but we'll get to the end eventually, I think.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yes, yes, agreed, agreed.
Thank you, Julie. I hope this
Thank
journey
you.
does you well.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, that's going to do
Well,
it for us. Thank you
mm-hmm,
so much. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at Yumi and Chisme. Make sure you visit yumiandchisme.com. Make sure that you rate, review, subscribe, do all the fun things you could do with this podcast on the internet. Most importantly, leave us a review and share.
mm-hmm,
Sharing is caring.
mm-hmm.
And if you do all that, we'll be back next week with more Chisme. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Chisme in your life. Bye.
Bye.